Greetings from another new video. Everyone knows that Marvel movies are shot on the green screen. Dozens, if not hundreds of photos and videos from the studio are all over the internet. Even the producers themselves are not shy about sharing them. As such, some people might think that filming is a piece of cake, but that's not the case at all. Yes, it is not easy at all. In fact, I'm sure some people wish we could have shot some of the scenes outside. Okay. Not every scene is extremely difficult, but in this video, we list the Marvel scenes that really challenged the director, the actor, the effects people, and some of the people behind the camera. Before we get to the main topic of the video, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, because I put a lot of effort into these videos and your subscription encourages me to make more videos. Now let's move on to the video. Number 5, Iron Man builds his first armor. This scene from the first movie, where Tony Stark builds the arc reactor while trapped in a cave, was in a way the birth of the MCU. Tony uses his technological genius to build his way out and becomes the leader of the Avengers. If that scene isn't convincing, the rest of the series doesn't really matter, does it? At least that's what the movie, or more precisely Marvel's decor master, thought. The scenic master is a kind of artistic organizer. He controls the look and consistency of such weapon or technological scenes. Russell Botted said that even if the reactor itself wasn't real, it had to have real technology. This man taught Robert Downey Jr. how the wires work and how to solder. So every part of the scene, including the close-ups, was completely consistent and realistic. This was the most challenging scene in Russell Babbay's career. It was probably the most difficult for the actor as well. Fortunately, they did a very good job. Number 4, Hawkeye's arm. Avengers Endgame began with Jeremy Renner emotionally teaching his daughter how to shoot arrows on his farm. Sounds pretty simple, except Jeremy had both his arms broken during filming. During the filming of Endgame, he was also filming another movie. Apparently, he broke his arm during the filming of that movie, but our big-hearted brother came to the set the next day and continued filming as if nothing had happened. Despite physical therapies and unbelievable pain, he continued filming. After all, they're not going to delay the big movie just for Hawkeye. Jeremy is well aware of that. Apparently it was a difficult process for our actor. Number 3, hello, Professor Hulk. The scene where we meet Professor Hulk and realize that there's no trace of our crazy smashing Hulk left is really funny, but this scene was more challenging than it looked. The challenge here is with this trio of Hulk fans. This guy is the son of director Anthony Russo. The other two are his nephews. So none of them are professional actors. So it was very difficult for them to act in such a strange environment where they didn't know where to look. At this point they have to analyze and understand where to look at the little ones, and where the Hulk will be positioned later on. Number 2, Spider-Man water scene. Tom Holland, the face of Spider-Man, is apparently a brave actor. He offered the director not to use a stunt double in the watery scenes in the Spider-Man movie, but when the authorities said it could be dangerous, the director refused. We already knew from his Instagram post that he used a stunt double and even used a stunt double in that watery scene. To be honest, the scene in Far From Home was nothing compared to the scene in Homecoming. The Vulture drops Spider-Man into the Hudson River, and our boy gets washed away. Rumor has it that Tom wanted to be in that scene himself, but he was turned down. I mean, he's not Jackie Chan or Tom Cruise, is he? But maybe in the future, who knows? Number 1, Endgame final scene. I guess this is the scene you thought of at the beginning of the video. Of course, they had a very difficult time shooting this giant scene. They broke new ground by including more superheroes than we have ever seen in any Marvel movie, even in superhero movies. In fact, in some scenes. So much action was presented at the same time that those who witnessed this scene in the theater felt like they were collaborating with the Avengers on this battlefield. The whole scene had to be well choreographed. The heroes fighting in the foreground should not have been that difficult, but these heroes in the background had to be put in a certain frame of logic. In other words, the fighters could have attacked randomly in a sloppy way just to be inconspicuous, but fortunately, Marvel Studio has handled this challenging scene very well. Yes, friends, we have come to the end of another video. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.